and DTSC are by far the greatest team the world has ever seen.
And you're coming inside, use the f***ing width.
Come on, man, do your job right, fam.
What they want to see you, right?
Seriously, I f***ing love you, man. Fucking came through them hearing it.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Yes!
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Arsenal against Aston Villa this weekend. We are back in Premier League action, and of course because we play in the Europa League on Thursdays, our games at the weekend will be on Sundays. It's not ideal because you're normally playing catch up to all the teams in and around you, but given the fact that it's early in the season and some of those sides that are in and around us are also playing on Sunday, it's actually not too bad. Now, a week ago, the Watford game, we were a mess. We were a shambles. And you're looking at that and you're thinking, my word, what a long season it's going to be. Now, don't get me wrong. It's still going to be a long season. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. But the result in midweek has restored a little bit of pride back within the club. It's given a bit of a confidence boost that we probably needed. We haven't won in our last 3 Premier League games. Now, 2 of those, of course, were against Spurs and Liverpool at Anfield. But we should be picking up more points than we have done. We should have beaten Spurs at home. We should have been able to see off Watford, especially when we were 2-0 up. So when you're looking at the league table, it could be better. It really could. Now, given what results go on over the course of the weekend, we could actually be up to 2nd place in the league, ahead of Man City. But of course, they need to lose and others with their results and whatnot. But we're in and amongst it. The only team that's really stretching away at the moment is Liverpool, because they've won their opening 5 games. But everyone else, we're in the mix, and it's not as bad as what we think. It's just the performances like the one against Watford kind of leave you scratching your head and thinking, what does the future hold? Now, that game in midweek against Eintracht Frankfurt, what a brilliant result. Have not lost to an English team at home. We're going there on the back of what happened at Watford, and we pull off a 3-0 victory. Now, don't get me wrong. I look at that result and you think that the scoreline flatters us. Yes, it does. We got 2 of our goals after they went down to 10 men. But we created a lot of chances. There looked to be a lot more fluidity within our attacking line, a lot more balance. But at the same time, we are conceding too many shots on goal. I believe this was another game where we conceded around about 20 odd shots on goal. And against a more clinical side, we'd have probably been in a lot more trouble. Won't say we may have lost the game, but we would have probably conceded a goal at least and been in more trouble, like I said. But we've got to sort that out, and we've got to get the balance right. The team selection for this game is going to be imperative, and Unai Emery's got to get it right. I want to see natural width. I will get into the lineup in a moment. And we need to go and get the 3 points. Aston Villa, back in the Premier League. Of course, you've got danger men like Jack Grealish. Their opening 5 games, they've won 1, drawn 1, they've lost 3. I watched them last time out, Monday Night Football against West Ham. And I wasn't overly impressed by them. I felt West Ham had a lot more of the game, and I felt that they were really threatening, and if it wasn't for the sending off, they may well have gone on and won that game and scored a late goal. But Aston Villa have had a habit of coming to the Emirates before and picking up results. Do you remember the one where they actually came to Emirates on the opening game of the season and beat us? I believe they were the first team to ever play in the Premier League at the Emirates when we first moved there. And we had to rescue that, Gilberto Silva getting an equaliser. So we can't take this game lightly. I think that they will play very defensive-minded. They're going to have to be very solid, resolute. and they're going to have to try and frustrate us. And as fans as well, we need to get behind the team. We need to help with, you know, getting them through those difficult moments, if there are any. And yeah, we should be fine then. But like I said, team lineup, that's key. So with that said, we're going to go and get into the starting 11. Starting off in goal, Leno. And he is our best goalkeeper, and he is the Premier League goalkeeper. But what the other night showed with Emi Martinez playing is that he's got someone right behind him, and that he's going to have to pick the performances up, and he's going to have to perform, because we've got an able deputy in there. So it looks anyway with his performance, like I said. And but yeah, for the Premier League, no doubts whatsoever. Leno, absolutely top drawer goalkeeper. And he's going to go in goal. Starting off with a back four, and on the right hand side I'm going to bring back Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Not ideal. Hector Bellerin has played for the under-23s on Friday night, and he'd done around about 62 minutes, and he looked really good, to be honest. So it won't be long until he is back. But Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we know he's not a defender. He likes to get further forward. So let's try and push Aston Villa back the other way, so he hasn't got to do too much defending. Going to move to the left back position, and that's Kolasinac. And same thing, Kieran Tierney played 62 minutes for the under-23s on Friday night. And I think it won't be long until he's back. I think he might be back a bit quicker than Hector Bellerin, to be honest. And until then, Kolasinac's going to have to play that role. But the same thing as Maitland-Niles, he's not that great defensively, so send him back the other way. In the centre of defence, first of all, I'm going to go with David Luiz. A much more commanding performance, should we say, against Frankfurt. And he looked a lot better. But there's been a couple of games in the Premier League now where he has gave away stupid moments. You think of the Liverpool penalty. And it's not great. It's really not. And yeah, of course, he gave away the penalty at Watford as well. Not so reckless as what the Liverpool one was, but he still gave it away, didn't he? So he's got to sort that side of his game out. I know that he's a seasoned professional and he does have their moments within him. But hopefully for this game, he can be more like he was in the game against Frankfurt. Alongside him, this is where we've got a bit of a decision, and I'm actually going to go with Mustafi, because I actually don't think he played badly against Frankfurt, and I thought he'd done all right, and I think he deserves maybe a little chance. He's stopped the back on top and all that rubbish on Twitter, and he's going about his business. And you know, I think Callum Chambers could come in there. He played right back, but I wouldn't play him there, not in the Premier League. But for this one, I go with the experience, and I'm going to go with Mustafi. Going to move into the two that sit in front of the back four. First of all, I'm going to go with Lucas Torreira. Much better performance against Frankfurt, more like his old self. But I would like him to stay further back. I would like him to play more as the defensive midfielder, which is what his role is. But he's going to be playing there, simple as that. Alongside him, Granit Xhaka, brilliant performance against Frankfurt, a lot better. But he's got to now replicate it in the Premier League. He's got to be consistent, and he's got to do it in this as well. Simple decision. Now with the attacking three that sit in front of that two, first of all on the right hand side, Nicolas Pepe. The only thing this guy needs is a goal, and I feel this could be the perfect game for him to do that. No questions whatsoever about him starting, no questions about the way he's performing. Couple of assists already, and once he gets that goal, he will hit the ground running. So Nicolas Pepe. On the left of that three, I'm going to go with the young lad Saka. And it's as simple as that. Brilliant performance against Frankfurt. Scored a goal, 2 assists. And you know what? When you get brought into the side and you have to prove yourself to the manager, what more do you need to do? He's done exactly that. So I have no doubts whatsoever. Saka should be starting. We'll have natural width on both sides. And that's what I want to see. In the middle, this is where, of course, we will have some selection headaches. I suppose you could put Joe Willock in there. Mesut Ozil, he's been rested after not going out to Frankfurt. And then, of course, Dani Ceballos. Now, he didn't start the game in Frankfurt, and I would start him in this game. The fans love him. Hopefully, the weather's not too hot for him tomorrow, given what Unai Emery said. But no doubt at all. Simple as that. Dani Ceballos. Up front, as the main striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The guy is on fire. He has started the season brilliantly. He's got a goal and an assist in every game this season. Another goal the other night. make up for the one that he did miss, which was an absolute shocker. But no doubts whatsoever and no problems with this one. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as the main striker. So there we go. That is it. That is the preview. That is the predicted lineup. As usual, let me know in the comments section, what do you think? Would you go with that formation of the 4-2-3-1? Would you go with 3 at the back? Would you play 4-3-3? What's the personnel? Would you go with the same lineup, or what would you pick? Let me know in the comments section as usual. Now, after the game, there's going to be a player ratings, of course. Next week, there will be episode 2 of my Blood Brothers DTFC. You know what it's all about. And listen, we need to go and get the 3 points. Let's get back to winning ways in the Premier League. It is as simple as that. So over to the boys now. We'll see what happens. I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.